people, can I get a hello? Welcome to another episode of the Hello Effect Podcast. And me, your host, Zeke, aka Mr. Hello. All my people, can I get a hello? We back with another episode of the Hello Effect Podcast. I got another special guest, Matty Tosca, director, rapper, and a bunch of other things. But we're going to find out today, man. I want to say welcome to the Hello Effect Podcast. Pleasure to have you.
Yeah, man. Peace, God.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Good to be here, man.
Well, yeah, you already know. So the first thing I want to ask all my guests that come, how's your day going so far?
Oh, excellent. You know what I mean? I feel great. Like, I woke up great. Everything is beautiful. I had a great night last night. You know, we Young Diggs, we had a show last night. We went crazy. We tore it down. And then I get to be on the podcast, chop it up with you. I mean, what's better than that?
Oh, yeah, that's what's up. I like to hear that. So, first, let me just tell the people how we even met, you know what I mean? Because I'm on my journey. I just started the podcast, I want to say last October, you know what I mean? We're a part of Fleet DJs or whatever. That's dope. I'm just looking for talent, like, to be honest with you, people to work with that's out here doing their thing, because I'm passionate about music, you know what I mean? So my algorithm been like, you know, people put like sponsors of songs and stuff like that, and I came across one of your songs. I don't know what song it was off the top of my head, but you was going crazy on that shit. Like, I ain't even gonna cap you. Like, you was going in, and I'm like, it's hard to find people that's really rapping like that, like, for respectfully or whatever. You know what I mean? So I was like, you know what? I need that type of talent on what I'm doing. Like, you understand what I'm saying? I want the people, when these labels looking for talent, I want them to check out the page, the Hello Effect Podcast. I'm like, damn, yo, that person, yeah. So let me ask you, how long have you been rapping?
Oh, man. A lot longer than I look.
Well, like, what, 15, 20 years, you say? Like,
yeah. I ain't afraid to say it. I've been doing it for like 20 years, man. You know
that's what's up. I have too, because I'm an artist also. Yeah,
I started it when I was real young, and I always pretty much had the gift. And I was real successful, you know what I mean? Real successful. I did joints with Jim Jones, Fred the Godson, Ashanti, Nicole Ray, Kendrick Lamar, T-Pain, like, you know what I mean? Mano, anybody you can really, you know, name. I did songs with, had record deals, independent deals, you know what I mean? Met with the majors, sat with crazy, legendary producers. Browz is actually my producer. He did my last 3 albums. I got an album with him too, rapping, like, you know, I pretty much did a lot. You know what I mean?
Let's start early on, though. Like, when did you know that was your passion? That's something that you wanted to do and pursue?
All right, so basketball was my first love.
Okay.
You know what I mean? That's how I told you about my son.
Yeah.
So I was in love with basketball, but, you know, I stopped growing, son.
Yeah, I get it. You got to be certain height, exactly, yeah.
So I'm like, all right, I got to figure out something that got nothing to do with that. So I was always good, you know, English class, and, you know, I was getting 90s, 100s, all that in class. And so I just started, you know, rapping, and then around like 17, I tell people this all the time, like, it was such a gift for me. Like, I really didn't grind and go every day. Like, it just came to me. I just kind of knew the right people and had the right talent at the right time. So about 17 is when I really got approached by Raucus.
Yeah, I know Raucus. Yeah.
Yeah, and they gave me a production deal, 17, you know, but the company was imploding at the same time.
But how do you meet with them? Like, how do one person get in contact? Because, like, me, like I said, me being an artist that was on the grind and had aspirations of getting signed at one point in time, like, them type of opportunities just ain't get handed to anybody. So how did you get in that position?
So I had a brother that knew somebody that knew somebody. That's really how it goes.
Okay.
It's really like, you know, somebody that knows somebody that knows somebody, and you know, if people feel like that strong about the talent, I feel like, do you find somebody who's going to exhaust their avenues and get to that right person that's like, all right, yo, you got to hear this guy. You know what I'm saying? So I was able for that to happen for me at least 3 or 4 times in my life. You know what I mean? So after that was the beginning. You know, it's like luck, right? But luck is being prepared for the opportunity.
Yeah, fact.
You know what I mean? So I moved on the block with Rough Ends. It was
damn, shout out. You talking about an R&B group?
R&B group, Rough Ends.
Shout out to them. Yeah.
Their manager, I just moved on his block. And then that's how I got songs with Nicole Ray. He took me to Jersey to the joint with Ashanti, and you know what I mean? Like, it was just like being really prepared for the opportunity, because he heard many people rap, but he didn't do all that with everybody. So it was my talent and being just prepared for the opportunity.
All right, so that was, you said it was 17?
That was about 17 to 20 years.
So what happened with that? Like, far as like the Ruckus thing, did it?
No, the whole thing imploded. I never got to do nothing. Like,
okay.
Like, when Graf got signed to the Rock, he never got to. You don't get to.
So
do
shelved
nothing.
you pretty much.
It's over. The companies go.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so you just like they just to get the taxes and you know what I mean, keep everything going. You never was gonna come out. It was over.
So did that discourage you anyway, or that made you go hard? Like after that happened, like
honestly, it really didn't even faze me. It really didn't faze me. Pretty much, I was just like, all right, cool, because I was so connected with my D'Angelo Perry. Shout out D'Angelo Perry. He was coming to Sony. We was sitting down with Sony. Atlantic. He was keeping me. So that was just like one thing that just didn't really go through.
All right, so when did you start seeing other opportunities after that fell through? Like at what age?
Okay, so like after that, it was I had met a producer that was for Cash Money. He's overseas London guy.
Oh, okay.
I mean, and that was about like 25, 26, something like that. And then we put up like 150,000 for the project. We did these rock records, and that was my second opportunity. That really like was a big opportunity, making like huge records though. Like it was called hip hop, like ghetto metal, what we called it. And then me heard my voice and was like, "Yeah, you a rapper, but like if I put you on these metal beats and you doing that dope rap shit you doing,
you go out the roof.
It's gonna be out of here." You know what I mean? And the music was out of here. It was just a little too early. Like people wasn't really doing it.
Yeah.
Back then, you know what I'm saying?
But we find that though. Is that
yeah. It's called. You could look up Concrete Jungle. Hennessy Night, those is on the movie soundtrack too, called Remnants.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So I use a lot of my records that I wasn't able to, that was too far ahead of their time. I'm bringing those into the movies.
Nah, that's what's up. That's a smart way to do it. So all right, so speed it up to the opportunity. What's next after that?
After that, I do Bird Gang with Jim Jones and Spooky. You know what I mean? So one day I'm in the style rhyming, boom, Spooky hears me. Shout out to Rossi, that's my dog. I was with him last night. And he was like, yo, we're going to get a deal. We're going to gym. So we go to gym. We doing work with Jim Jones and Bird Gang. That doesn't go through. And then I meet Take Money. Take Money's independent record label out in Staten Island.
Okay.
And that's when I got the bag.
Oh, from the indie. You had to go to the indie to get the bag.
Yeah, I got the bag from, shout out to Vinny, shout out to Tone, Knowledge, my cousin Rob. He's always around it. He knows everybody, you know what I mean? So Rob one day just snatched me out the crib. And that's how it happens for me. I don't know. It's like, I just get a call. Yo, come downstairs. I'm like, all right. Go to the studio. Like crazy. I mean, I meet my man Tone. I'm rapping for him. Takes me outside. Like, yo, come on, let's go to the car. Let's have a conversation. And Tone like brawling, like he like mad, intimidated. He like, yo, come on, let's go to the car. Let's talk. So we go to the car, and it's Maybach. We in the back seat. It's crazy. Lazy Boy seats is wild. We have the conversation. We hash it out, and he dropped the bag on me. We just went from there.
But what you signed it though, like far as what, like production deal, or you as an artist?
Yeah, I signed a record deal for one album.
Okay, and that album is how well did that album do?
Album is kind of good, it was alright, but the record label imploded.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So
what year was that though?
That was 2018, but 2015 is when I had my biggest record. I didn't have no record deal. It was just straight independent money. I did a song called Going Up.
Okay.
And I was on DJ Self, DJ Drewski, Ill Will. Every DJ on Power 105 basically was playing my record everywhere. I did 22 state tour, got played on 48 FM stations in America.
That's what's up.
Yeah.
So where you originally from though? Like
from Brooklyn, Park Slope, Brooklyn.
Park Slope. Oh, that's what's up. Shout out to Brooklyn. Like I said, we seen it yesterday or whatever. So at this, you got the bag, right? Mm-hmm. Was you continue still doing music? You said that was 2017 or 18?
That was about 17, 18, yeah. 17 turning 18, yep. Like December 17.
All right, after that, what you was doing after that? Because I know that's way before, like pre-COVID or whatever, but...
Right, yeah, I was doing the music. I was going hard. That's when I met... Okay, so they gave me the production budget. Mm-hmm. So that's how your deal gets broken down in, like, marketing, promotion... and then like production, stuff like that. So I had a production budget. So once I had the production budget, they flew me to Miami to go work with some producers out there. So I was recording the album in Miami, but I called them like, yo, I'm not really feeling this vibe. So when I get back, Vinny goes, yo, I know Ron Browz. You want? I'm like, hell yeah, call him right now. Why you ain't been telling me that? You could have went there first. So, he did Ether. He did I Get Crazy. He did
a lot of big records.
Whip Your Head, Boy. He did
a lot of big records.
Crazy. So I'm like, yeah. So we sit down. As soon as I meet him, I never forget it because that's my dog. I know him forever. That shout out to Ron. As soon as I meet him, I say, yo, what up? He like, oh, his voice is crazy, yo. Come on, let's go upstairs.
Word.
So we go upstairs, start playing beats, and that was it. We just started doing albums after that.
Damn.
Yeah.
We into 2018 or whatever.
Take money. Yeah, that was a good year, man.
And you out here grinding or whatever, then COVID hit. Did that slow anything down for you?
Oh, that slowed everything down. COVID was terrible. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm at the peak. I got music I'm trying to drop, videos, everything. I just started, thinking about making movies. And also, my son is going into his sophomore year. He's coming into his frame. Everything is like supposed to be peaking, and then boom, everything just shut down. It was devastating for that little bit of time.
Damn. So
it was great for like family bonding, but like for what I was building, it just really, really put a lot of things on hold.
So when they finally let outside back open, did you continue your music journey, or you was like, you know what? I had this time outside was closed. I'm gonna start getting into the movie thing. Like, how did that come about? Did you have thoughts before that, or really when the pandemic happened and you really couldn't do nothing, did you feel like, you know what, I'm gonna really get into my movie bag?
So I always loved movies. I was a movie goer.
Okay.
You know what I mean? I watched everything. I know it, front and back. You know what I mean? So I always had that, and I always wanted to shoot a movie. I actually flirted with shooting a movie in 2015, 16. I shot like a short. So I was shooting shorts, right? Not really understanding what it took to make the movie. You know what I mean? So once my son started really taking off, and you got AAU is crazy. You know what I mean? Like when he's like,
yeah, hell yeah.
I'm talking about he playing for the Renaissance. He playing for like, Riverside. We flying we flying out.
He sound like a golden child.
Yeah, he's the golden child.
I always tell
sound
like it.
I said, yo, remember, I'm the first one. You the remix. Nah, but he's blessed. He takes care of his family. He's blessed. But at that time, he was like an important time for him. You know what I mean? So like, I was like, all right, I'm gonna fall back a little bit with the music, but I'm gonna up it with the movie stuff, and I'm gonna use my music in the movies. You know what I'm saying? On some, like, I like how 50 did it, because 50 is one of my guys. You know what I mean? So how he put his music in the movies, let's do that. And I did that for the last 3 years, and that's really what I've been doing.
So what was the first movie that you filmed, and what was like the reaction you got from the people?
So the first time a full length movie that came out on Tubi, that's called Everybody Dies. I shot that one, and I shot The Throne. It was kind of like back to back. You know what I mean? And I did a double premiere at the movie. So I dropped 2 at one time. So my response to Everybody Dies was, it was like cool, because it was a scary movie. So it was like a couple of jump scares and a couple of things I couldn't really pull off. You know what I'm saying? I didn't know, because it's my first time writing, so I'm not thinking like, oh, this is going to be a little harder than I wrote. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, so you write your scripts too?
Yeah, I write them. At this time, I was writing all by myself, just writing the whole script by myself. And then, so once I figured out, I got to stick with something I kind of know a little better, I came out with The Throne, and that one got a way bigger and better response. You know what I mean? So that was like the first time I started getting like, okay, this is good. People gonna trash it because that's just what they do. Everybody not gonna.
Oh, like it. For sure.
Everybody not gonna like it. So I love Jay. You know what I mean? But there's somebody that's like, oh, he's trash. He's garbage. You know what I mean? So that's gonna happen. You know what I mean? So but the first time I really they respected the pen was The Pale White Horse.
When did that drop?
That dropped 2021 or 22 maybe. Yeah, 22. It was after COVID. It was 22. Yeah.
So how was it like pitching your films to Tubi? How's that process? Because I'm pretty sure there's a lot of entrepreneurs that's probably watching the pod and probably want to know that type of information. Is that like a hard process, or is it the same thing as who you know type of situation too?
Yeah. Damn, it's like who you know. Like, I didn't know way to really do it. It was I was just lucky. Like I was just really blessed. You know what I mean? People, I say lucky, but I was blessed. So how I got with Tubi, I was doing movies. Got it with somebody named Omar.
Okay, shout out to Omar.
Shout out to Omar. You know what I mean? He was rocking with Dame Dash. He's still rocking with Dame Dash, and all of that. And Omar really put me on to how the distribution go.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean? So just if you put the work out, you'll be surprised what's gonna come to you. Like if you really doing it and you risking everything and you gotta think back, like, was I risking everything, putting it all on the line? Like Diggs is putting it on the line like every day. Like that's why it's gonna come. Yeah. So when you do that, the universe is gonna bring it back to you.
That's a fact.
You know what I mean? It's only when you holding back and you're not really putting out everything and pouring it all out. Sometimes that was really be holding a lot of people back.
That's a fact.
You know what I mean? The universe could feel like you ain't doing everything you could do.
Nah, word. So how do you choose who you want to be in your film? You know what I mean? Because it sounds like you hands-on with it. You know what I mean? You treat your movies like your music. You so passionate about it. So how do you choose? You got a team of people, or how does that work?
I got a team, yeah. I definitely got a team. And it's another thing. I always had a team.
Yeah, okay.
Always had a team. Always got people representing you, and because if it's just you and you doing everything, it's gonna be hard to
That's
get outside of that. Mm-hmm. So when it comes to casting, it's my team. You know, I got Leash. She's helping me with people she know from movies that she shot, because she shot a bunch of movies and been in the industry for.
Shot like director.
Yeah, yeah. You know what I'm saying? So her, and then I got just my team. You know what I mean? And movies I've shot, and I just do the research. It ain't really that hard. You know what I mean? Like, people make it harder than what it is. I'm going in that bag. I'm looking. Oh no, I'm calling him. Oh look, he's. You know what I mean? And that's how I do it.
So how do you like pretty much decide what kind of movie you want to make? Like, you know what I mean? Is it the same thing as like creating music? Like, you know what I mean? You hear a beat and you write, or you just, you know what? Like, I had some life experience, or I got a friend that's going through some shit. You know what I mean? How's that process work? Like, far as you decide what film you want to produce?
It really be like what I did last, kind of. So if I did Will You Marry Me? I did Glow. Glow was the number one movie on Tubi too for a minute. And so I did like some street joints. I did The Bag. That's another street joint I did. So then after that, I'm like, all right, I want to cut back on the street. I want to give them something different. You know what I mean? So I shot something called Computer Love. That means it's about AI sex bots.
Damn.
Like relationship.
That's on Tubi?
That's about to be.
Yeah, I gotta check that out.
I also shot Remnants. You know what I'm saying? That's about a guy coming back to the future, to the future. I mean, in the past, actually. And he's able to time travel, and you know what I mean? He got his powers and, stuff like that. So that's really what really be on my mind. Movies like that. And sometimes I'll do a hood story because I've been through a lot.
Yeah.
So that's going to come easy for me I'm trying to get to that franchise. You know what I mean? Where they making action figures, like, you know what I mean? I want to see, Remy with the tattoos, an action figure or something.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
so, you ever thought about, or you probably did before, did you ever shoot a music video before?
Myself?
Yeah.
I never did, but I'm about to shoot my first music videos.
Okay.
Yeah, it's crazy, is I've been dying to do it. Like, I'd be like, yo, I got all these friends that rap. I'm like, I'm going to figure out that song that's gonna be that one I want to really, really shoot, and I'm about to do my first music video. Yeah,
that's what's up. So, do you work with family? Is that I think I was reading something that said like brothers. So you work with your brother? Is he a part of your company?
Oh no, he got his own company. You know what I mean? So we both do films. We did a bunch of films together, but we work on our own as well. You know what I mean? So this is me on getting my grind up. You know what I'm saying? Just building my empire up. You know what I mean? Stuff like that.
All right. So let me ask you a question. Which one you more passionate about, music or films? Cause like I said, when I first came across you spitting.
No, I can rap my ass.
Exactly. That's the point I'm trying to make. And I'm hearing about your passion for film and stuff like that. You know what I mean? Like,
I didn't lose the passion for music at all. I love music. I actually got the album coming out.
When the album dropping?
On Biggie's birthday.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Because I was born March 9th. That's my birthday.
Oh, wow.
You know what I mean? That's the day Big died. So
happy belated.
Thank you. And I tried to drop it March 9th, but it never works. So I'm gonna start dropping it on his birthday.
Yeah.
But yeah, it depends. Like, I'm really passionate about music, but in a different way now.
Explain that.
More on an executive.
Oh, you just want to sit back, you know what I mean, get artists.
Not just But I'm involved in it still, but just from an executive perspective. I'm not actually doing the rapping, but I'm scouting talent. Going,
Okay.
all right, I'm gonna put him. Like I had a monster session the other day. I had 400. I had Diggs. I had G Wave, Ghost Wave, and I had G Reckoning. And it was a crazy session. Like I know how to put things together. So that's really. I'm still passionate the same, but it's just not in actually like being in the booth and writing raps. It's more in the, putting it together and building something.
All right, so how you feel about ghostwriting?
I ghost wrote a lot of records.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you'll ghostwrite, but you won't have nobody ghostwrite for you.
Nah, you can't ghostwrite for me. You can't ghostwrite for me.
So how you feel about rappers that has ghostwriters? I mean, because obviously you make money is a business, but I'm just saying like, because I come from the era where you had to write your own shit. You know what I mean? I was born in the 80s. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
80s baby. So
But
it was frowned upon. I mean, it was ghostwriters back then, but like we talking about the elites.
Right. And don't get me wrong. All right, so this is how I really feel about ghostwriting. Like, so you take somebody like Drake or like, Puff Daddy or, certain rappers got a certain style where, yeah, you could write for them. You know what I'm saying? Like Dr. Dre, like, they get...
Because they entertainers, they more not like rappers. They not like a Nas or something
Right,
like
it's
that.
like how you can't write for Big Pun.
Yeah,
Like, you can't
or
write
Big
for,
L or some shit
or
like that.
Eminem.
Yeah.
Like, how you gonna write for him? You can't. Like, you know what I mean? There's no way you can really tap into that because it's so... The technique and the technicality of what they're doing is so intricate, you're gonna be able to say, nah, that's not. You know what I mean? So it's not gonna come off as authentic. So you can't write for me. And if you got writers, like to me, once somebody's writing your whole rap, you can't be mentioned. Like it's over. You know what I'm saying? Like if we in the studio vibing and you say some fly shit, and I'm like, oh yo, I'm gonna
grab that bar, that line. I could grab
That's
a line
different.
bar. Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? But
if
like-
you write my verses and my hook, and I gotta
Come on.
Yeah.
You out of the conversation, my guy.
I mean, ask your question, but if you're looking for talent though, does that matter though? Like what
But
they
who's
got the
writing it?
look? Yeah, what they
No.
got the look? Okay.
Nah, that don't matter at all.
But not you. Like hell no. I
For
write.
me, yeah, you
it's me.
can't.
Like this
It's-
all me. Like,
You not
I work
gonna
hard
be-
for this. My pen.
Yeah, I do it for other people, but I don't think there's nobody that could really do it for me. Nah.
That's what's up. All right. So if you had to choose though, like music or a film, you only had to do one. I mean, it's tough decisions in life. Like you understand what I'm saying? I'm trying to figure out.
I would, at this point right now, I would choose film. Yeah,
Okay.
I would choose film because it's an opportunity for me to really use all my God-given talent.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like as far as like people skills and putting people together, I could do that with my crew, right? And then the cast. Then my writing ability. So I'm writing, I'm getting that out, right? Also my performance because I'm acting. So all that, I'm getting all of that out and plus some. You know what I mean? Directing and doing what I'm doing. It's a lot of my talent being used. It's the most my talent is ever being used. Like when I'm rapping, there's a bunch of stuff that I'm not maximizing on. You know what I mean? But when I'm doing film, yeah, like you're gonna see the best of me come out in every
That's what's up.
aspect. You know what I mean?
That's what's up. So how many albums you got out though? You said.
I got about 5.
Okay, and you releasing one. When is that dropping?
May 16th.
May 16. You dropping in May 16.
Yeah.
I mean, filming is time consuming. So
Yeah, definitely. Hell yeah.
is that the last album or?
No, I tried to do the last album. I retired like 5
But the
times.
times it came back
Like it's over. So I'm not doing that no more. But I'm definitely dropping music whenever I feel like it.
Do it comes from motivation though? Like 'cause
I
you
gotta
work
be.
with a lot of artists or whatever. I know
Yeah.
you be hearing they shit and be like, damn, all right. That's how you talking. I'm about to go right in the booth too.
See, you heard I'm very lyrical.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
So
I get you.
to get inspired, it's gonna really take Jigga, Pun, Eminem, or like it's gonna take somebody really, really skilled, and they don't drop music too often. So I'm really
Like a Papoose, you say?
Papoose. I'm not. Shout out to Papoose, great, phenomenal lyricist. It's something about the style that that doesn't inspire me.
I got you.
You know what I'm saying, per se? But he's from Brooklyn and he's super dope. You know what I mean? But like this, you got that to me, Jay. Why I like Jay so much, he just got the total package, like the voice, the style, the flow, the image, everything. So when guys like that drop music, it inspires me. So what I get inspired with now is like life experience. Like if I'm going through some wild turmoil or something's like just going really, really good, then I'm gonna be inspired to do the music. So I'm not really inspired by other people's music as much no more. It's more like life experiences. If I'm going through something, oh yo, book that studio like in 8 hours. I'm about to.
All right, so
niggas is playing.
All right, so all the experience that you had, you know what I mean, in music and things like that, even filming and stuff, like anybody that's watching, like just tell them like the pros and the cons, because people see all the achievements and not know the struggle that you need to go through to receive them achievements. Okay,
so the pros and the cons is this. The pros is facial recognition. You know, you get some celebrity, some fame, some you get to live out things people would never do. And the cons is it's gonna cost everything you got. It's gonna take every person you know. It's gonna take you to lose time from the family. It's gonna take away a lot. But you're gonna get a lot too. So what you got to do is balance. So that's the pros and the cons, and that's pretty much with everything. You want to be a professional athlete, like my son, the way he sacrifices his body, the way he sacrifices the time, and it's a lot of sacrifice, but the get back is real.
All right, for anybody that's trying to, you know what I mean, probably possibly cast, who do they need to contact and reach out? You know what I mean? Like you said, it ain't what you know, is who you know. So who they need to contact?
Oh, Matty Tosca. You can contact me on Instagram, MATTY_TOSCA.
All right, so tell us about, I mean, the films you got that's in the future that's coming out, things like that. What can we look for?
We look for Girl in the Closet, a phenomenal flick. You can see the trailers on my Instagram. Also, you can go to my website, www.mattytoscavision.tv. That's where I drop a lot of my trailers and stuff like that. So I got Girl in the Closet, Computer Love, The Bag, Remnants. We got Last Shot. We got Him or Me. I got joints, man.
All right. Any regrets throughout this whole journey? You know what I mean?
Yeah, I do.
Let's talk about it real quick.
I ain't go to school.
Oh, that's it?
Yeah.
Because you felt like your education would have furthered you, like reading contracts and stuff like that.
Just in general, like business, understanding business way earlier in my rap career and what I was really trying to do. I didn't understand the business side of it as much as I should have. So, and I was really smart, and it was really like it could really forward and benefit your life.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. And I could have went to school for free. You know what I'm saying? Go for scholarship. So me not pursuing that scholarship, athletic scholarship, and going to school and getting an education while I was doing everything I was doing, that was the one thing I said that was my mistake.
All right, man. For all you boys and girls that might be tuning, make sure you stay in school, man.
Yeah.
Read them contracts, you know what I mean? Learn from other people's mistakes. We see this cycle happen all the time, you know what I mean? Then we want to point fingers at other people instead of point fingers at ourselves. Before we get up out of here, I mean, just let everybody know where they can follow you at. You know what I mean? They can find you, where they can search your films, where they can find your music and all that good stuff.
Everywhere is just Matty Tosca. Once you Google Matty Tosca, you can Google Matty Tosca music, Matty Tosca movies. In the Google search, it's going to pop right up. Or go to www.mattytoscavision.tv.
So I want to thank Matty Tosca for pulling up on us on the Hello Effect podcast. Like I said, make sure you support this man. You know what I mean? He's from Brooklyn, humble guy. You know what I mean? He got the films coming out. You know what I mean? He's very talented, though. You go check his music out. Like I said, I came across his page. I don't know what song I'm going to find, and I'm going to let you know. But you was going crazy. I'm like, who the hell is this guy? You know what I mean? And I'm happy, you know what I mean, you agreed to pull up. You know what I mean? So I appreciate you, man.
Yeah, man, no doubt, man. Like, to everybody, just reach out. I'm way more reachable than people think. Like, I'm definitely trying to come through, chop it up. If you want to come up, if you're an artist, you got a podcast, you're an actor, aspiring to do movies, anything, just get me in.
If you're not subscribed to the YouTube, make sure you subscribe to the YouTube. Make sure you follow all the socials, the topics and discussions we'll be talking about. This is another episode of the Hello Effect with me, your host, C, a.k.a. Mr. Hello.